Good morning and welcome to our Facebook Live this morning. My name's Jenny McCormack. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator and I'm based in the market town of Brackley, which is in Northamptonshire in the UK. Thank you for joining me this Monday morning. If you're watching live, do say hi, let me know that you're here. Let me move that out of the light a little bit. If you're watching on catch up, whether that is on Facebook or on YouTube, then thank you so much for taking the time to watch this. If you have any questions or comments on what I have created or what I'm doing today, then don't hesitate to pop a comment in, and I check those on a regular basis. You can also email me, Jenny@Jemini Crafts, that's with a J, .co.uk, and I can answer any questions that you may have directly. So today I'm going to be featuring this stamp set here, Textures and Frames. I haven't used this one live before. It is one of our celebration stamp sets, which means it's a free stamp set that you can earn during the month of September, so up till the end of September 2021. You can choose this stamp set for free when you place an order with me over £45. So there's lots of different things that you can do with this. Obviously it's perfect for creating backgrounds. You have an outline circle and an infill. The same with this rectangle. You have this set of stripes, and you have some fun little splats, for want of a better description. So perfect, as I say, for backgrounds. You could use this almost as fencing, just by stamping that along. Obviously you can use it for stripes. You can use this one to highlight a sentiment, for example. Obviously the sort of ink splats you can use almost anywhere. So lots of different things that you can do with that. So I just wanted to try a few out for you today so that you could see how versatile it would be. Okay, so it's only just come up with the message that I'm live, so that's taken a little while, but hey ho. So this stamp set is from our celebration brochure that runs till the end of September, 30th of September. If you haven't got a copy of this, I can send you a link to see it online, or I can pop one in the post. Hi Jeanette. So there's a whole selection of free items that you can earn this month, either by spending £45 or £90, and for every £45 you can either choose another 45 purchase item, or you can step it up to a £90 item. So let's have a go and have a bit of a play with this. Good morning or good evening, Vanessa. Lovely to have you join us. So I have some basic white card which I've cut down, and I'm just going to use this to create some front pages. So although it's going to be a background, it's actually going to be the main focus of the card rather than just a background. And some colours that I grabbed are these three. Morning Sylvia, morning Carol. So I've got, although that is upside down, so I've selected Balmy Blue, Highland Heather and Pear Pizzazz as my three choices. I've had another idea that I'm going to try out that will require a yellow, so I've got a Daffodil Delight. And for stamping sentiments across any of the backgrounds that I create, I'm going to use, of course, Early Espresso. And why wouldn't you? So let's get started. So I'm just going to get my 3 ink pads ready. Doesn't really matter what order I put them in. Now, because this is a solid stamp and it's photopolymer, I'm going to start with the large circle. What I want to make sure is that my inks aren't too inky, especially if they're new inks. So I do just need to grab a wipe. So let me just grab my chamois. Do excuse me. There we go. Apologies for that. Okay, so I've got my chamois to hand, so I can keep this nice and clean in between. And what I want to make sure is that I haven't got too much ink on my ink pads, and there's lots of different ways you can do it. What I tend to do is just use a block, for example, and just move the ink down to the bottom. So I'm going to stamp in the center of this piece. Now the ink will resettle itself. I'm going to do the same with these, just because it's a solid photopolymer stamp and you can get pooling of the ink on the stamp if you're not careful. You can see, hopefully in the, well, you probably can't, I can, there, just about. It's funny, the light on these ink pads, so I can see these are clearly different colours, and apart from this one they look very similar to you, don't they? Okay, so all I'm going to do for this one is I'm just going to have some circles overlapping going across the page. So I'm just going to ink this up. So this is Balmy Blue. I think I need to take my glasses off. So I'm just going to stamp this here on the left. Press it. Give it a little bit longer when it's photopolymer. Okay, and then we have a really nice image. Just going to dry that off. Now I am using a stamping mat. Oh look. Sorry about that, it was from yesterday. A stamping mat and a piece of grid paper underneath, because I know I'm going to go off the end and I want a little bit of a cushion as well. So this is Highland Heather. So I'm just going to overlap that, like so. Clean it off. Just make sure you're drying it off in between, especially if you've got a very wet chamois or anything. Okay, here's our Pear Pizzazz. There we go. So this is such an easy card to do, and you can do it with any shapes that you have. And then only going to be a little bit of that left. There we go. So literally just stamping straight across, and you could do that with obviously any of the of these elements. You could have this and make it look like coffee rings, all sorts of combinations. I'm going to leave those colours there because I'm going to stick with those colours, but I'm going to stamp a big message across the centre, and I have chosen Sweet Ice Cream because I do love this big happy birthday sentiment. You could also do it with a thank you, but you want something fairly bold to go across here. So I've got my happy birthday. Looks like it might need a bit of a clean. Okay, again, just dry that off. Otherwise your image will go a little bit fuzzy. So I'm going to use early espresso on that. Move this out of the way. They're doing some work in the road or the house opposite, so I've had to shut all my windows, but it's still very noisy. Okay, so I could put happy birthday in here or happy birthday right across the middle. There we go. Nice and simple. Okay, so there's our first one. I'll layer them up in a minute. I'll do all the stamping and then I will layer them up. So that's our first one. Now, the idea that I had was to make these look like candles. So stamping these in a line and then adding this to make it look like the candles are burning. So let's give it a go. Be good for a children's birthday or a man's birthday, obviously a lady's birthday as well, in assorted colours. Let's do it in, well, I could do them in multiple colours, couldn't I? Let's have a look. Maybe I'll do blue and green, I'm not sure. So what I'm going to do is actually stamp these just slightly off the bottom, like so. I think I might change colour as well. Like that. And then just see, I hadn't quite caught that. So there's so many different things you can do with a set of shapes. Sometimes you just have to sort of think outside. And purple. Like so. Morning, Catherine. I hope you've had a good weekend. Right, so we're playing with the Textures and Frames celebration set. So I'm thinking I've got Daffodil Delight and the little sort of splat. So I'm thinking if I just literally stamp that going along there, it will look like, morning Carol G, candles. Let's have a look, see. So I'm just literally, what do you think? Could I get away with those as birthday candles? I think so. I'll lift it up to the light in a second. What do you reckon? Could I get away? Do you think they look like candles? Catherine says yes. Happy Monday, Carol. I hope all that nasty weather for you has passed and the flooding has stopped down for you. Okay, so I'm going to add a happy birthday, and I think I'm just going to pick out one of these colours because I'm not stamping over it. What colour? What's that have? The bashful, oh, not bashful blue, that's a very old one. Balmy blue. Just going to try it on this piece here, see how it looks. All safe, excellent. Sunny today. Yes, it's sunny here at the minute. Yeah, that will work. Just going to turn this around because obviously I've moved my ink slightly and I don't actually want a lighter patch in the middle. So I'm just literally going to put that on there. There we go. So I think that works too. So really quick and easy. There's my first one. And then this one to make it look like candles. And then let's do one more. So we haven't really used the rectangles. So it'd be quite easy to do the same as I've done for the first card, just using the rectangles. Or what I could do is do them on either side and then have my sentiment in the centre. So let's try that. And obviously this makes a great sun or moon. Go, just clean that one off, and I think I'm going to stick with the same colours just to show you how you can use the same colours to get different effects. So let's have a look, see. This time I'm going to stamp one in the middle first, so it will become more even. That. And this time I'm going to do pear pizzazz next to it. So what I could have done actually was alter these round, but never mind. So is that right? Yes. I have to think about that. And then so blue, blue. Looks like a pair of teeth, doesn't it? But you can just have a little bit of fun with these. Blue. looks a bit like an artist's paint palette as well, doesn't it? A bit of something on there. Okay, so let's pop our happy birthday in the middle. So morning, Jill. There we go. And I think what I'm going to do is add this either side. The other thing that this could look like, if you've got someone who's into makeup or nail polish, is you could have a whole different range of pinks. Make it look like a nail polish sampler, or it could be eyeshadows, things like that. So I think although I was thinking more manly, actually you could make that very much a girly card, making it look like a palette for, as I say, makeup or something. There we go. So I think that works as well. So let's have a go at putting these together. I'm just going to cover these up. So don't forget, if you're using a solid photopolymer stamp, make sure you move the ink away from the lipsticks. Yes, that would be rather good, wouldn't it? I wonder what if I've got enough pinks and reds. We could try it, couldn't we? Okay, so these are my 3 cards that I've created. Let's just move this one out of the way. So I've got this one here that I've just done. I've got this one here, turning the stripes and the splats into little candles. And then this one here, which is just straight stamping. You could make the Very Hungry Caterpillar, couldn't you, with that and green and red. So let me get some card and make these up. So I've got Balmy Blue, Highland Heather and Pear Pizzazz. Grab one each of those. There we go. Nice colours, aren't they, together? So I'm just going to make these. So I can either make them into cards with that as the base, or I can use that as a layer onto a white card. So let's see. That would look quite nice on the green, I think. So I'm going to cut this at 14.85. Let's just get a white card and have a look. If it looks better back onto the white. I think it probably frames it a little bit better, doesn't it? So I've just cut this piece down to 10 centimetres by 14.35. Let's have a look at that. So how quick and easy would that be? You can make a whole stack of these cards in different colours. In fact, you could just stamp this along the length of an A4 card twice over in different colours, and then just cut them up and attach different sentiments to them, couldn't you? Let's just pop this together. So I quite like Catherine's idea of lipsticks. So be thinking about what colours I could have for lipsticks. I could sort of just work through the pinks onto red, couldn't I? So I'm just using wet glue here, and I keep a stack of white cards that are ready scored and folded. There we go. I should say scored and cut, shouldn't I? There we go. So nice, really simple. Happy birthday. You could add a little bit of bling on there as well. Number one. And then this one I think needs the blue behind it. So I always cut it to a card base size first, so that I know my offcuts are all suitable for a card, and then I cut the next bit down. So 10 by 14.35. So I've got all the designs ready for our class in a box for September. So if you'd like to see those, I can show you those. And you have a choice of Christmas or non-Christmas, or you can have half and half. It's the same design of cards, just using different papers. Okay. Yes please, says Catherine. Okay, we can do that. So that's onto there. That one. I think that's worked all right actually, my candles. And then this one here. I think I want a different colour. I think maybe the green. I could go espresso on that as well, but I think we'll stick with that one. There we go. 15.35. Into my white. And obviously you could put a small element of this inside the card to match it up. So what I would do is just take a little edge of that. So I do like Catherine's lipsticks idea. There we go. Okay. So there we are. There we go. Less than half an hour, including my introduction and blabbering on, and we've got those 3 cards. So I am going to have a quick go at a lipstick one because I think that would be fun, and then I'll show you the elements from the card class. Just wondering whether to do it on vanilla or white. So let's grab all my pinks. Well, they're not all pink, but right, how many did we get? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just want one more cherry cobbler or rich raspberry, maybe, or blackberry bliss. There we go. I'm going to spend more time opening and closing ink pads, I'm afraid. What do we think? White. Let's go for white because it will give us a better colouring. We'll just give this a really quick try out. Sounds like the workmen have stopped work for the minute, so that's good. So I'm going to cut this at 9.5. Spoke too soon. Right, just give it a quick go. Put this back in, and this one. So we have petal pink to start with, and I just want to move that. I want a lighter version without stamping off. Okay. Oh yeah, that's a good idea. Yes, Jill, I'm liking that idea. She's saying black for the main cardstock. Yeah, that would be really something, wouldn't it? Okay, so there's one. Have fun putting these all away afterwards. Right, pale papaya. Go. We've got Flirty Flamingo. Oh, let's stick with that. Ooh. I've got real red. Inky, but I'll get away with it. You see how it's slightly bled onto the cardstock. Okay. Oops. Melon Mambo. Magenta Madness. And Blackberry Bliss. This is so dark, I'm going to move some of this ink down. There we go. What do you reckon? That worked? That's a really good question, Carol, and I'm so glad you asked. So my live tomorrow, because we have a Creative Gems team meeting, my live tomorrow will be 5 PM. Thank you for remembering that. Okay, so I'm still going to use, I'm going to use Blackberry Bliss for this. Happy birthday. Like so. And I'm sure I've got something like, you know, an awesome, you're awesome or something. Got treat yourself would work. I'm going to leave it like that. Okay, let me move that out of the way. So that's a brilliant idea for lipsticks. You could use them, you could also use them if you had somebody who was a decorator or an artist. You can use them as, you know, colour swatches, and, you know, think of things that are relevant to the person you're sending it to. Okay, I think let me just grab a piece of black. Yeah, that's really stands out, doesn't it? So let's just finish that one off, and then I'll show you the cards from this month's card class and class in a box. Good, put a pink layer behind this actually. Use that as the main card. Do you think a pink layer behind? Oh yes, Avon lipstick sample cards. Oh, yes, and also the bit they had down the edge of the Avon catalogues, don't they? Let's have a quick look. It might be too much next to that. Yeah, I think it takes away from that, doesn't it? So I think just like that. Let's just melt that up. And then obviously for this one I definitely need to do an inner. For the others I don't need to because they're all white inside. But I'll definitely go hunting for a suitable other part of the sentiment for that. So there we go. Okay, so there's our cards for today. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Let me clear these away and show you the cards from our classes in person and our class in a box for September. Is that far enough out of the way? Yes, I reckon. So you have two choices. You can choose the non-Christmas version, which uses the Euro Peach papers, but it has a whole series of die cuts with flowers like so. Or you can choose the Christmas version, which, although that looks a bit heavy because I haven't decided which card I'm going to put in the front, obviously it has a Christmas theme. Or you can have half and half. Let me show you these ones first. So we've got 4 different cards. You get all the envelopes and everything, and you get these boxes here that take a standard size card and envelope, and they're all fancy fold designer cards, designer series paper cards. So we've got this one here. This is quite a I was going to say old-fashioned, but it's been, well, most of these have been around a while. So I'll show you how to do this creation here using just strips of paper. And for this particular one, it's got the additions of the die cuts that you can add, and this can go in any which way on your cards. You can have it coming from the left, from the bottom, from the right, any which way. So that's that one. Then we have a flat pinwheel card, so based on a quilting design, and this is Pear Pizzazz cardstock with this one. Then we have the card with the surprise inside. So again, this is using the designer paper, and the surprise inside is that it has a pocket for a gift card. So for example, you can add your little gift card inside with a message. So there's that one. If you don't want to add the gift card, you can just either cut that flap off or seal it down. We have the Impossible card, which is this one here, and that's been decorated up, and that fits in a standard envelope. And then we have a different gift card holder, which is this one here, and if I just open this up, it holds the gift card inside, because I thought coming up to Christmas we do tend to, a lot of children, teenagers do like gift cards. What have I done with that one? So this one slots in the middle here, like so. And then you can wrap the ribbon round and tie a bow. Thank you, Jeanette. So there's that one. So this is the non-Christmas version. And then they slot into there. Not necessarily, you wouldn't necessarily give all of those away, but you could do multiples of one card. And then this is the Christmas version, and you get this box which is flat packed as well. So the same cards, but using our Christmas papers. So we've got this one here. So again, that fan design. We've got the impossible card, because it looks like it's out of one piece of card, but it's got a very clever little fold in the middle, and then you can pop your sentiment on the back. We have our little gift card holder. So I've just tied the ribbon the other way around for this one. There's that one there. Just tie that back up. So there. Then we have, this is the surprise gift card holder with the little pocket in there. And then another take on the flat pinwheel card, which is this one here, and again using the Christmas papers. So those are the cards. If you go for the mixed option, you'll have enough to make all of these cards. If you select one or the other, you'll have plenty to do double what you see. So if you select just Christmas, you'll have enough to do twice as many of this, and you'll have plenty left over, plenty of spare card and plenty of paper. So you'll get half a pack of paper in the single cards, and you'll get quarter a pack of 2 sets of paper if you go for the mixed. You can double up and have the full version of both if you wish, and there are options to buy the matching coordinating stamp set and these dies here. Yes, I do have the dates. They were in the last email that went out with the class. Let me just grab them for you. So the class in a box for September in Milton Keynes is Saturday the 25th or Tuesday the 28th for Evenly Brackley. Okay, so emails to book these will be sent out for you today, and I look forward to crafting with you soon. So thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you've enjoyed our fun, simple projects, and I look forward to crafting with you tomorrow. So it will be 5 p.m. tomorrow, because we do have in our first in-person team meeting of the year. So we're really looking forward to that. If you're interested in joining the team, there's always a great offer to be had right the way through the year. £99 gets you £130 of product and instant access to all the benefits of Stampin' Up. Thanks, Carol. And at the moment, if you join in September, you also get to choose one of the bundles from the new autumn winter catalogue absolutely free, and that's the stamp set and punch bundle or a stamp set and dies bundle. So you'll get information about that via email, but if that's something that you are considering, then don't hesitate to message me and we can have a chat. Thank you so much, ladies, gents. I will see you tomorrow 5 p.m. UK time. Thank you for joining me. Thanks for watching. I hope you have a good day, and I look forward to catching up and crafting with you soon. Take care and thank you. Bye bye. Hi Lily, sorry I didn't spot that. And I'll see you later, Jill. Take care now. Bye.